Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Stay firm. Sending that right foot back. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I'm so very glad that you've decided to join me today. Today's class, we're going to be doing an evening yoga routine, an evening yoga flow for when you are done with work for the day, or when you're wanting to reset and get into your evening routine. We'll go ahead and start with some breath work. So finding our mountain pose, bringing ankles under knees or bringing the feet together, sitting tall through the spine, lifting the shoulders up to the ears, rolling them back and down the spine. Tucking the pelvis forward, bringing the chin in slightly so we're stacked from the top of the head all the way down through the feet. We can have the hands out in front of the body, or we can bring one hand to the chest, one to the abdomen. We'll take a large breath in through the nose and let it go as a sigh. Another big breath in, out as a sigh. Big breath in, this time sending the air all the way to the lower belly. Filling the abdomen with air. Exhale to let it go. Again, taking the air deeper with our breath in. Imagine it going all the way down to our tippy toes. And with our exhale, drawing back up out of the body, bringing with it anything from the day that we no longer need. Big breaths in. And letting go any stresses from the day. Letting go of any tightness in the body, or in the mind, or in the heart. Taking a moment to thank yourself for slowing down, to focus on the breath and the body. With our next breath in, we'll reach the arms up overhead, stretching towards the ceiling. Exhale, dropping the elbows to a cactus, pulling the shoulder blades into the spine so we can strengthen, so we can stretch across the front of the collarbones. Next breath in, taking the arms back up. We'll take them out to the sides. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale for our half high, starting to engage the core, pulling the ribs and the hip bones a little bit closer, belly button towards the spine. Exhale to fold. We'll nod the head yes, and shake the head no, releasing out the upper body. Allowing yourself to be heavy. You can find a wiggling out. You can grab for opposite elbows to find a sway. You can open up the hips by going onto the tippy toes and rotating out. Or finding any kind of movement here that your body is wanting after your day. With our next inhale, we'll find a half high again, engaging that core. Exhale, fold. Dropping the hands down towards the floor, taking them out towards the side, lifting from the chest. Arms go up. And we'll lift up our left leg. Staff pose here, putting a little flexion to the foot. Good. We'll take that left leg across the right leg, about halfway down the calf. So we've got a figure 4 shape with the leg, putting a little bend at the waist and finding a squat, sending that tailbone back behind to help with balance. Now we can stay here for now, or if you'd like to find a little bit of stretch up the back of the leg, you can drop the fingertips down, but we do not want to put a lot of weight in the hands. Very lightweight fingertips. With our inhale, we'll lift from the chest, taking that knee back out in front and dropping it down, wiggling out. With an inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan, diving the arms, taking them down, lifting us up, reaching to the ceiling. We'll pick up the right leg this time, pointing the toes straight out in front of the body, reaching up with the hands. Taking that right leg across the left, finding our figure 4. Putting a little bend to the waist, sticking the tailbone back behind. And we can stay here, or we can find our forward fold. Inhale, lifting from the chest, taking that knee up in front of the body again. And setting it down. Wiggling out some more. I'll have to ask my assistant to move. Go on. Lay down. And we'll make our way to the top of the mat. With a big breath in, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale to fold. This time we'll drop the fingertips down, stepping or hopping our way to a plank. Spreading the fingertips out nice and wide, pressing down. Now we can either drop the knees to the mat, or we can soften down, keeping the back nice and flat. Inhale, finding a cobra. Very light weight in the hands. Exhale to soften. Bringing the hands under the shoulders. We'll press up and back for a down dog. Pedaling out through the legs. Extending the left leg back behind. Circling the ankle out one way and around the other. Putting a bend to the knees, pointing the toe up towards the head. And we'll take that foot to the top of the mat, stepping it between the hands. Full breath in, even larger breath back out. Pressing down through both feet so we can lift up for a warrior 1. Exhale, circling the arms around the body. We'll grab for fingers, we'll grab for hands or elbows, wherever you can reach. Lifting the chest a little bit higher, taking the eyes to where the room and the ceiling meet. Exhale, letting go of the arms. We're going to bring our right hand down beside the left foot, twisting open towards our left side. And now, this will be a big move, but we're going to send that left leg back for our side plank. Reaching the left hand up tall. You can always drop the right knee down if that's helpful. But we're only going to be here for a few more breaths. And back to our center plank. Spreading the fingertips out nice and wide, pressing down. Exhale, chaturanga to lower. Inhale to a cobra or an up dog. And sending the hips up and back, down dog. Wiggling out some more. Noticing if there's any movements that your body is craving. And we'll send the right leg up. Circling the ankle out one way and around the other. Putting a bend to the knee, pointing the toes up towards the head. And then we'll take that foot all the way to the top of the mat. Full breath in. Even larger breath back out. Pressing through the feet. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, bringing the arms around the body. Lifting the chest a little more, taking the eyes up. Big breaths in and fully letting them go. Letting the arms come around the body and up towards the ceiling. We'll drop the left hand down beside the right foot, opening to the right side, gentle twist. And for our big movement, sending the right leg back, side plank. Again, you can always drop the left knee down. We're only going to be here for just a little bit longer. Back to our center plank. This time we'll drop both knees down, keeping it so that we have more distance between the hands and the knees as hips and shoulders. Shifting forward slightly, pulling the elbows into the rib cage. Exhale, chaturanga to lower. We'll slide the hands forward and find a sphinx pose. Pressing into the palms and the forearms, lifting the chest. Taking the eyes straight out in front, reaching up through the top of the head. Looking down at the mat below us, we'll lift the hips up off the mat, reaching the hips back, and then slowly start walking the hands in for a child's pose. So it's up to you whether you'd like to do a wide-legged child's pose, taking the knees to the outer edges of the mat, or if you'd like to keep the legs together, finding something comfortable here, dropping the chin to the chest and the top of the head towards the floor. Inhale, taking the eyes forward, we'll lift up. So we're sitting on the heels, reaching tall through the top of the head, taking both arms up. With an exhale, we'll drop the left hand down beside the body, taking the right arm up and over towards the left side. With an inhale, coming up through center. Exhale, other side, dropping the right hand down, taking the left hand over towards the right side. Inhale, back through center. We'll take the hands out in front so we can tuck the toes under, sending the hips up and back, down dog. We'll walk the hands in towards the feet, moving as slowly as you can, pressing down through the heels the whole time. Once we're in our forward fold, we'll find a half high. engaging through the core. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan diving the arms, taking them up to the ceiling and bringing them down to our sides. Taking a little bit to wiggle out as we make our way back to the top of the mat. With an inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan diving the arms, lifting us up. Moving our weight into our right foot, taking the left knee up in front. We'll find a figure four, crossing the left in front of the right, squatting the hips down. Maybe squatting a little bit further than we did the first time. Possibly bringing the forearms to the calf. But if that's too much, focusing on sending the tailbone down a little bit more than we did before. Inhale, lifting back up, taking the left knee out in front. We'll send it back behind as we turn to look, so we can set that foot down at a perpendicular angle. Warrior two. Inhale, reaching up and over towards the back of the mat, holding for a second. Cartwheeling forward, bringing the right elbow to the knee or the right hand to the floor, taking the left arm up and past the top of the mat. And back to our neutral warrior two. Cartwheeling the arms, we'll frame out the right foot, stepping the left up. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Reversing the arms, lifting the chest, and we'll bring the right knee up. Crossing over the left, figure four. Again, sending the hips back behind, putting a hinge to the waist, and maybe softening a little bit further. Inhale, lifting again, taking the right knee out in front. Turning to look over the right shoulder as we send that right leg back behind and drop it down at a perpendicular angle to the front knee, putting the bend into the left. Warrior two. Taking the front hand up to the ceiling, we'll come up and over the body, reaching towards the back of the room. Cartwheeling the arm, bringing that left elbow either towards the knee or left hand towards the floor, taking the right up past the front of the mat. Lifting to our warrior two. Cartwheeling the arms, framing the left foot, stepping to the top. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Reversing the arms, lifting us up to the ceiling. We'll drop the elbows, lifting the chest. Taking the arms back up, we'll bring them down, hugging the body. So bringing the arms, wrapping them around to the shoulders, tucking the chin to the chest, and rolling the spine. We're softening closer towards the stomach. Lifting the elbows, taking the curve out of the spine, and we're going to reverse which arm was on top. So taking the arms the opposite way to the way that feels wonky. Dropping the chin to the chest, rolling in towards center. And lift. lifting up again. Taking the arms out wide, we'll heel toe the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Turning the toes away from each other. Opening the arms out wide, lifting the chest, star pose. Wiggling out some more. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center, heel toeing the feet back in. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe down below. Go in love and light.